Hello collectors, welcome back to another pickups video. This time I've been back to a charity shop. It was one of the ones I went to before. This time I went back and I picked up the stuff that I should have really picked up the first time. 25p for a DVD is absolute bargain. Anyway, yeah, we've got a nice little stack to be going through, so let's get that intro played and then I'll join you in a second. First up, Children of the Living Dead. Now, it's not one of the best films out there. To be fair, unless you're really into your zombie films, I don't know if I'd recommend this. But if you like really budget zombie films, or if you're like one of them people who's trying to see as many zombie films as possible, you'll probably come across this at some point. Let me know in the comments. I used to see this all the time back in the early 2000s, I think, at a place called Global Video. Now, I don't know if Global Video was a chain company that had shops everywhere, or whether it was just something in my hometown. But I used to see this all the time. In fact, I can remember when this were probably like £10 brand new or something like that. But yes, Children of the Living Dead, it's nothing special, but I had seen this before and I did want to see it again, and yeah, for 25p, I'll take a risk on anything. I'm glad to say this will be staying in the collection. Tom Savini is really good in this. Sadly, he's not in it all the way through, and this was made as a sort of follow-on from Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I guess Tom Savini gets special permission to do things like that because he worked so closely with George Romero. But yeah, Children of the Living Dead. In general, would I recommend it? Probably not. But if you're into budget films, or if you're trying to, like I said, see as many zombie films as humanly possible, you are going to probably want to see this at some point. Pretty good. Next up, this is a film I have only seen once before. I must have streamed it somewhere. It's Donnie Brasco. Really good film. All I can really remember about this, and I did watch a lot of gangster films back to back. It must have been a long time ago, because I think it were after I saw Once Upon a Time in America. I went absolutely gangster movie mad, and this came onto my radar because of that. Really good, this. As I said, I've seen it once before. I don't really remember much of it. If it's the one I'm thinking of, Johnny Depp works for the police, and he has to go undercover to sort of infiltrate a gang of some sort. And I think Al Pacino is the guy who is the head of the gang. But yeah, really good. I seem to remember really liking the chemistry between Pacino and Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's really good in this, but Al Pacino is also really good in this. Let me know below, have you seen Donnie Brasco? Again, 25p. I'm more than happy to add that to the collection. Excellent film from what I can remember. The finest gangster film since The Godfather. Hold on a minute.
3 hours later.
I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. I have to think about that. I'm trying to think of when certain other films come out. Maybe it's the best gangster film since The Godfather. I don't know. But yeah, Donnie Brasco. It sort of reminds me, if anyone ever seen a film called ID, the British film. The cops have to go undercover to infiltrate a football hooligan gang, and it's sort of a little bit, tiny bit like that, I guess. You've got somebody going undercover to try and get information. But yeah, Donnie Brasco, really good film. Next up, I saw this for the first time last year. I think it was round about October last year. I was trying to see as many of the, the films that always show up in those lists of top 100 films of all time and stuff like that. Well, it seemed no matter how many lists I looked at, this film kept coming up all the time, and I just thought it was going to be a boring boxing film. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind Rocky. I love Rocky 4 with Drago. But yeah, I finally got around to seeing this last year. It is Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. I didn't think I was going to like this half as much as I did. This is still sealed as well. I didn't think I was going to like this half as much as I did, because I like martial arts films, and I don't mind like old cheesy ninja films and stuff. But boxing films, like even the one that Stanley Kubrick made, just not for me. So I did not think I was going to like this half as much as I did, and after watching it, It's one of those where when I finished watching it, I went straight to YouTube to try and find behind the scenes stuff, interviews. Mind-blowingly good. As much as I like Rocky 4, this is way better. This is better than any Rocky film. This is way better than any Rocky film. I can guarantee, if you haven't seen this and you like the Rocky films, or you're into boxing films and you somehow haven't seen it, this shits all over the Rocky films. I guarantee it does. Just, yeah, I don't really want to spoil much about what happens in it. Obviously, it follows Robert De Niro as an up-and-coming boxer. De Niro actually, when it shows the character when he's grown up and he's no longer a boxer and he's sort of like washed up a little bit, he put on a lot of weight. And Robert De Niro actually went and put on, I think at one point he had the world record for putting on the most amount of weight for a film, and that has since been broken. I can't remember who did it. Were it, what's his face? What's his name in The Machinist? Christian Bale. Sorry, I had to go and run to Google to find. I had a little bit of a brain fart. Like, how the hell can you forget Christian Bale? Yeah, I believe Christian Bale may have had some sort of world record for losing the most amount of weight for a film. I know Renée Zellweger put on quite a bit of weight for Bridget Jones. But yeah, Robert De Niro, I'm sure as of when this film was made, he did have some sort of record for putting on the most amount of weight for a character. And I remember in the interview that I saw with him, he went to Italy and basically ate a shitload of pasta so he could put on the weight. But yeah, if you've not seen Raging Bull, there's a reason it comes up on those lists of top 100 films of all time. It's just amazing. I did not expect to like this film as much as I did. Let's see if it's got any extras. Oh, it's one of them special features, chapter search. I hate that shit. I get excited thinking there's going to be special features, and it's basically just a chapter selection thing. Next, I do not know what happened to my copy of this, but for 25p, I'm more than happy. I'd have paid full price for this from HMV. Cruel Intentions. I did used to have the box set with the first, the second, and the third, but from what I can remember, one of them were just crap, and the other one felt like it was just a remake. It was like the exact same story. Very, very long time since I've seen this. This was the film that got me into the band Counting Crows. Anyone who's seen this, there's a scene where Sebastian's on the escalator, and there's that really, really depressing song in the background. It's Colorblind by Counting Crows. Yeah, this got me into Counting Crows, which is already, pretty good. So what is it about? So it stars Ryan Phillip, who I'm guessing played Sebastian, Sarah Michelle Gellar, who plays his half cousin, and Reese Witherspoon, who I totally forgot was in this. So how to set it up without spoiling it? Sebastian, the male character, can basically get any woman that he wants, and he wants a challenge. And the new headmaster at his school, he fancies her daughter, played by Reese Witherspoon, and his half cousin sets up a sort of bet with him that he can't seduce her, and if he can't seduce her by the deadline or whatever, she gets to keep Sebastian's Jaguar. It's a Jaguar X5 fucking, I don't know. If I remember, I'll go look up the exact car model and put it below a few people that are into your brum brums and all that. Yeah, Cruel Intentions is just a really, really good film. It's one of those films where if you described it to me, or if I saw a trailer to it, I probably wouldn't give a shit. I'd probably just presume it weren't my sort of thing. I can't remember who it was that actually let me borrow this on VHS, or somebody definitely gave me a nudge to watch it. And not anymore, but at one point it was one of my favourite films. I seem to remember a time where I just adored this film. But yeah, I'm really, really glad to have picked this up. I might have to see number 2 and 3 again, but I'm going to see if I can stream them, because I don't... As I said, one of them were just shit, and one of them would just felt like a remake. Really, really good film, though. This has got a few special features on. I can't even make out what the special features are. Filmographies, US trailer, director commentary, which would be interesting. That is the sort of thing I do like. Of course, it's got Placebo, Every You, Every Me on it as well. I wonder how many people got into Placebo because of this film. I were already into them before I saw it. Yeah. If I had to list 50 bands that I genuinely love, I'd have to put Placebo there. Just amazing. But yeah, Cruel Intentions. Next up, ooh, this has got its original sticker on. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've not seen this. On one of my streams the other day, I started talking about films based on horror films. Sorry, I started talking on stream about films based on video games that I hadn't seen, and because so far every single film I've seen that's based on a video game, I've actually loved. Like I haven't seen a bad one yet, and I'm including the 1990s Super Mario Brothers film. I liked it as a kid. I really loved it. Yeah, shocking to think that all these years have passed and I haven't seen it. Anyway, it's Tomb Raider. Let me know in the comments how many films are there based on the Tomb Raider games. Is it just two, or is it? I think I know of two. Is it this one, and then there's like Angel of Darkness or something like that? So yeah, I really don't know what to tell you about this one. Never seen it. I've got no good excuse as to why I've never seen it because I've had so many chances to pick this up. But yeah, I'll give this a watch, and I might even do a video on it, just telling you what I thought to it. But yeah, 16.99 this for originally. When did it come out? Like 2000 or something? I can't see a date anyway. And do you know what? To be honest, I need glasses. I can't even make out the special features on this one. I can try. Let me just get me a little magic candle. No, I so need to go get some glasses. Just for reading. I'm fine the rest of the time, but I can't make out the small print on the back. Maybe you can, I don't know. Oh, wait. I can sort of make some of it out. Yeah, anyway, that's Tomb Raider. Let me know, what did you think to the Tomb Raider film? And let me know as well in the comments how many films there are. I think there are two. Nearly getting to the end. Yeah, this is the Travolta collection. I only bought this for one film. If we just take a look on the back. This has got Grease, which, if you know me, apart from horror films, Grease is it's a film that I love. I absolutely love Grease. I must have seen it over 100 times, and it's also got the excellent Saturday Night Fever, which again, if you've seen either Grease or Saturday Night Fever, you know what I'm talking about when I say just absolute quality films. Do you know what? As much as I love Grease, I can imagine a time in the near future where I prefer Saturday Night Fever, which I never thought would be a thing. But yeah, both really, really good films. But I bought this for. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. Got like a Paramount logo. But yeah, so it's got Grease, it's got Saturday Night Fever. I already own those two. I love those two films. But for 25p, I thought, you know what? I'm finally going to get around to seeing it. It's got that on it. I don't know if you can make that out. Staying Alive. It's supposed to be one of the worst films ever made. I believe Sylvester Stallone directed it. Stallone may have even written it. I'm not sure about that one. And I think Sylvester Stallone even got his brother or some relative to do the music for it. So if you've seen Saturday Night Fever, fairly straightforward, just really, really banging soundtrack from the Bee Gees and a handful of others. It's about a guy in the 70s who's into disco dancing. Really, really good film. If you're not into disco music, or if you think Saturday Night Fever sounds like it might not be for you, really, really do give it a go, because you may be surprised. And Staying Alive is the sequel. But I just, yeah, I really need to see it. I think this is in Staying Alive. He ends up. It's not about disco music and disco dancing. Staying Alive is where he gets into like theater or maybe even like ballet or something like that. I'm not sure. As I said, I've not seen it yet, but it has got such a bad reputation. It's supposed to be literally one of the worst films ever made. And I'm a sucker for bad films. I love bad films. So yeah, that's another one where I can't promise it, but eventually I may actually do a video on Staying Alive, just ripping it to pieces. You never. I might like it. I liked Grease too, so if I liked Grease too, I mean, that's setting the bar pretty fucking low, to be honest. Yeah, Staying Alive. What I might do is In fact, no, forget it. I was going to say that I might get rid of my copy of Grease and Saturday Night Fever and just keep this, but my copy of Grease is the Blu-ray with all the special, all the extras, bells and whistles and stuff. So yeah, that's the. Hold on, PC's trying to turn itself off. Get back on, you bastard. But yeah, that's the Travolta collection. As I said, I just bought that for Staying Alive. Last but not least, I have heard of this film, never seen it. It is presented by Guillermo del Toro, who made the Pan's Labyrinth film, which I do own now. I didn't know I owned it. I must have picked it up ages ago, and I found it in storage. So, yeah, fairly. At some point over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to actually go through everything I own and add it to some sort of database, because it's at the point now where I must have like 800 DVDs. But yeah, this is one of those where you're just going to have to let me know in the comments, is it any good? This is The Orphanage. Never heard of this. Let's just get a quick... let's get the magic candle out again so I can read the back, if my eyes will let me. Many years ago, Laura left the orphanage where she had spent her childhood. Now, 30 years later, she returns with her husband Carlos and her young son Simon, with a dream of restoring and reopening the long-abandoned orphanage as a home for disabled children. But the mysterious surroundings awaken Simon's imagination, and the boy starts to spin a web of fantastic tales and not-so-innocent games. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I can't remember if this is one of those that people really liked, or if it's one of those that sort of went under the radar. I don't know, and yeah, I haven't seen it, so I can't really say much about it. Let me know. Is The Orphanage any good? Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I should have probably said near the start, I totally forgot. These were picked up from Barnardos. The same Barnados that I went to on one of the previous pickups videos. The next one, I went back to Wakefield Hospice warehouse, the big thing. After that, I've got some eBay pickups, and then finally we'll be getting some more IRL pickups. I'm not going to spoil it, but I have got a town in mind that I'm going to go visit just for the charity shops. But yeah, that's all from me. You've been watching another pickups video from me. I've been Reel Talk Yorkshire, and until next time, keep calm, keep collecting. Bones like branches split and stool, right beneath the ash moon.